friends. It's time for math again. Today we are on lesson 32. But before we get started, did you notice anything different about where I am? I'm not in our class. I'm in a different classroom today. So hold on. Okay, so we're going to be using this room today, and that's okay. Just need an extra room sometimes, and sometimes Miss Nicholson needs to record at the same time. So today that's what we're doing. So I am in Miss Ashley's room, and you met Miss Ashley with guidance. She read the wordy book with you guys. So let's get started today. Like I said, we're doing lesson 32. Oh, Miss Ashley's right here. She's gonna say hi to you all.
Hi guys!
Welcome to guidance class.
Yeah, but we're doing math today.
All right, so today we're going to solve addition and subtraction math stories. We've been working on our subtraction. We know how to do addition, but today we're going to combine them, okay? So we're going to have to do both. So you're definitely going to need your whiteboard when we do our lesson in a minute. But of course, you always need your whiteboard when we do our application problem. But before we do that, let's do a little bit of fluency. Now, you do not have your fluency in Google Classroom today. There was no number dash, no sprints, nothing like that. So we're going to do it with me on our board today, okay? So let's get started. Warm those brains up. And we're going to do happy counting today. We're going to do the say 10 way. Now, remember when we do our say 10 way, it's really different than the way we normally say our numbers. So we're going to do both. We're going to say our normal numbers, and then we're going to do our say 10 way, okay? We're going to count by tens the normal way first, or the regular way, and we're going to go all the way to 120. First graders can count to 120, okay? So let's start with 10. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Okay, that's the regular way. Now we're going to do it the say 10 way. Now, lessons long ago, we talked about doing the say 10 way. We said that we say the number and the word 10. So if I'm going to do 10, I'd say 110. I'm going to do 20, 210. Okay, we're going to do that all the way to 120. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. 10, 110, 20, 210, 310 makes 30, 410 makes 40, 510 makes 50, 610 makes 70 or 60, 7 tens make 70, 8 10 makes 80, 9 10 makes 90, 10 tens make 100. Now, how do you think we could do 110? Well, if I just said 10 10 makes 100, 11 tens would make 110. 12 tens would make 120. So we're going to keep practicing that throughout the whole year, doing the say 10 way and the regular way. And pretty soon you'll be able to count to 120 without any issues. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've warmed our brain up a little bit. Guess what time it is, guys? It's time for us to become number detectives. I'm going to pause. I'm going to get our application problem up here, and then we're going to get started. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm ready to be a detective. Are you ready to be your detective? Remember, good number detectives read the entire thing before, so we know how to solve our mysteries, and then we go back and look for clues to fill in what we need to know. So let's read the entire thing first. Remember, just like last lesson, we have stuff down at the bottom this time. So let's read the top first, then we'll read the bottom, okay? Here we go. There are 8 juice boxes in the cubbies. Some children drink their juice. Now there are only 5 juice boxes. How many juice boxes were taken from the cubbies? So that's what we have to solve. How many juice boxes were taken from the cubbies? Let's read down here. Make a number bond. Write a subtraction sentence and a statement to match the story. Make a box around the solution in your number sentence. Make a math drawing to show how you know. Now, all of this is what we have to do in order to solve this, okay? Now, we might be able to find the answer just by doing these, but in order to solve our mystery, we have to do every one of these. So let's go back now, look and see what it wants us to do, and see if we can draw some templates, okay? Make a number bond. Can we make a number bond template? Yes, we can do a blank one. Leave it blank. Write a subtraction sentence. Can we do a template for that? Yep. Do we know what sign we're going to put in the middle? Yep, it tells us we're doing subtraction. So we can say blank minus blank equals blank. We don't know our numbers yet, excuse me. Can I make a statement? Not yet, because remember our statement answers the question with a sentence. I can't write that yet because I don't know the answer yet. Can I make a box around the solution in my number sentence? I can, but I don't have any numbers yet, so we'll have to wait on that one too. Make a math drawing to show how you know. Can we make a math drawing right now? No, because we don't have any clues to help us solve that yet. So now we need to go back and solve for clues, okay? So let's go look. There are 8 juice boxes in the cubbies. Are there clues in that sentence to help us solve? Absolutely. There are 8 juice boxes. Okay, so I'm going to draw 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's my 8 juice boxes. Some children drink their juice. Is there a clue in there? Yep, some. We know that's our mystery number. So we're going to put a question mark. Some. Now there are 5 juice boxes. Clue? Absolutely there. There are only 5 juice boxes. Okay? How many juice boxes were taken from the cubbies? Now, I'm going to put the number 5 here because that's how many were left. 5 left. Okay, so 8 is going to be my what? Is it going to be a part or my total? It's going to be my total. I have 8 juice boxes in all. So when we're writing a subtraction sentence, do we put our total here or do we start with our total? If you said we start with our total, then you are correct because we always start with our biggest number. So I have 8 juice boxes. Some of them were drank. Do we know how many were drank? No, not yet. But we do know that there are now 5 left. So I'm going to take my picture and I'm going to circle 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to mark out the rest because they drank them. They're all gone now. We take it away. Remember, if we take something away, we do a horizontal line through it. If we're not taking it away, we don't do anything to it. So I'm taking those away. I'm going to count them as I mark them out. 1, 2, 3. How many did I take away? 3. I'm going to put a 3 here, and I'm going to put my 5 here. That way I can go back and help fill in the rest of the stuff. Okay, I know my 8 was my total. How many did we have left after some kids drank? We had 5. Do we know how many are the kids drink? We do now because we used our picture. We know that there's 3. Here comes the tricky part because now I have to fill in my number sentence. And you know what? I'm going to put a box around where my solution's going to go because I know that there were 5 left, but I don't know how many were drank. So how many did we drink? We had 3 that were drank. All right, so now I need to check to see if I'm done solving. Hold on just a second, I need an eraser. Okay, so let's go at the bottom here and make sure we've done everything we need to. Did we make a number bond? Yep, and filled it in, so we could check that one off. Did we write a subtraction sentence? 8 minus 5 equals 3. We did, so we can check that one off. Have we made a statement to answer our story yet? No, we haven't done that one yet, so we're not going to do that yet. All right, did we make a box around the solution in my number sentence? Look at that, I sure did. And did we make a math drawing to show how we knew? There's my math drawing, check that off. So we still have to answer our question with our statement. So let's go back and read our question. How many juice boxes were taken from the cubbies? How can I write that down? We could say there were 3 juice boxes taken. Gotta have that period because it's a complete sentence. There were 3 juice boxes taken. So now we've done everything we need to do. We have solved our case, so we can close that case. But let's go back and look. How many juice boxes were taken from the cubbies? There were 3 juice boxes taken. So now we've answered, we've solved our mystery, and we are good to go. We are ready to start with Miss Curry in our lesson. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause. You can erase your board to get ready. I'm going to erase my board and get my board ready for our video, and then we're going to start. So make sure you're ready. So if you need to use the bathroom while I'm paused, go run and do that right now. Okay, guys, I am back, and I am ready to start with Miss Curry today. So let me zoom in just a little bit. Actually, let me fix my camera here. All right, that's better. So now we're ready to start with Miss Curry. Please make sure you have a whiteboard and something to write on, or piece of paper or pencil, so we can work these out with Miss Curry. It'll help you understand what you're doing better if you are doing them with us, okay? So let's get started. Let's share my screen here. Put you on the right thing here, make her bigger, and let's go.
Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. Curry, and I am so excited to see you. I just got a new pair of magic glasses. You want to see them?
Oh, they're so beautiful.
What do you think?
I love them.
How do they look? These magic glasses will help me see totals in 2 parts. For this lesson, you will also need a pair of magic glasses, but I couldn't put a picture on the screen because they're invisible. So everybody get your magic glasses ready. Put them on. You look fabulous. Okay, let's take them off.
Be gentle with them. They
Set
might
them
break.
down for when we need them later in the lesson. There are 8 apples. Okay, everybody put your magic glasses on. This will allow you to see different colors. Ooh, I see 2 parts. There are 5 red apples on this side. That's one of the parts. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the red apples. The other part of the apples are green. Can you see the 2 parts? Mm-hmm. The red apples and the green apples?
Got my magic glasses on. They help me.
Make a number bond to find out how many green apples there are. Be sure to label each box, the total, the 5 red apples, and the mystery box.
Okay, I'm going to pause so we can make our number bond. Now, go ahead and make your number template, and then we'll walk through how to do this, okay? So, I need, make sure you can see. Let me zoom in. Oops, wrong way. Okay, now, how many apples did we have all together on our screen here? If you need to go back and count, go back and count. If you said there are 8, then you are correct. Now, am I going to put this in my whole, or am I going to put it in a part? I'm going to put it in my whole. That's my total number of apples. So I'm going to put 8, and I'm going to label it A for apples. Okay. Now, how many red apples did she say we had? We had 5. We know we have 5 red apples. So we're going to put a 5 here, and I'm going to put an R for red. And I'm going to put a G over here to help us figure out that's the green apples. Now, we know how many green apples there are because she already told us. But what if we didn't know? I'm going to put a question mark for my mystery number. So once you have your,
Make a math drawing to show how you can solve for the mystery number.
Ooh.
Be sure to draw your pictures in a straight row, just like our linking cubes.
okay, so let's do our 8 circles. Remember to keep them small so you have room on your whiteboard, and keep them in a nice straight line, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, what can I do to show my 5 red apples and green apples? Now, if you said we could cross them out, we don't want to cross them out because nothing is leaving, okay? We just want to show that there's 2 parts. And do you remember how we did that yesterday? We circled. We can circle our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to tell you one other way you could do this, and it's up to you. You can either circle or you can do this way that I'm telling you now. I'll do both for this one. You could color in your 5, and that could show one part and then not color in the other ones, and that will show the second part. Let me show you what I mean. So we could color in my 5 circles that I circled. And you can see I have 5 right here that are colored in and some more that are not colored in. So that shows my 2 different parts, okay? So you could do this if you see it better. If not, you can still just circle the part, okay?
Pause the video if you need a little extra time.
We already did that.
Write the number sentence to solve. Be sure to circle the solution.
Okay, so now we're ready to write our number sentence. What was my total? My total was 8, so I'm going to say 8. Now, what sign am I going to put here? I'm going to go ahead and put a subtraction sign because we're going to take away how many? 5, but are we really taking them away? No, we're just grouping them. Okay, so if I had 8 apples total, 5 of them are red, how many are green? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Now, is there another math sentence I could write to show this same problem? Can I write an addition sentence? Yeah, so how would I start my addition sentence? With this one, I'm going to start with my part. I'm going to say 5. There were 5 red apples plus some green apples equal 8 apples total. I'm going to go ahead and circle my 3s because that was our solution. So if you start with your subtraction sentence, remember you start with a total. If you do an addition sentence, you're going to start with your part that you know. Okay, let's keep going.
Let's see how Elijah solved the problem. Take a moment to look at his work. What do you notice and what do you wonder?
I noticed that his looks very similar to ours.
In Elijah's number bond, he wrote the total, which was 8, and labeled it A for apples. He also wrote the part that he knew, which was 5, and labeled it R for red. He put a question mark in the mystery box and labeled it G for green because that is the part that is unknown. In his simple math drawing, he circled the part that he knew, which was 5. The leftover circles represent the number of green apples. Elijah's number sentence was 5 plus something equals 8. Elijah counted on from 5 to find out how many green apples there were. 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 3 green apples. Then he circled the solution to the problem, which was 3 green apples.
Man, we're getting smart, guys.
Let's look at how Maria solved the problem. What do you notice and what do you wonder?
I noticed that we have something still very similar.
I noticed that Maria included the total 8 and labeled it A for apples. She wrote the part we know, which is 5, and labeled it R for red. And she put a question mark for our unknown, which was the number of green apples, and she labeled that G for green. She put a 5 where Elijah had the 3, but since 5 and 3 are our 2 parts,
Because remember,
it doesn't matter which
we
box
can
they go
switch
in,
them.
so this is still fine. She drew 8 circles in a row for her simple math drawing and circled the 5 that she knew, which were the red apples, leaving 3 left over, which are the green apples. What she did differently was she wrote a subtraction sentence. 8 minus 5 equals something. And Maria counted back from 8, like this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That's how she knew that there were 3 green apples, and then she circled the solution, which was 3. Now, even though Elijah and Maria solved the problem differently, did they get the same answer?
Yes, they did. Just like we got the same answer.
They did. Both of them found out that the unknown was 3, so there are 3 green apples. Which way do you think was the more efficient way to solve? Counting on like Elijah or counting back like Maria?
That's a tough one. What do you think? What would you say would be efficient?
You might have said counting on is more efficient because you only have to count 3 times, whereas counting backward, you had to count 5 times. So counting on, in this case, is more efficient. However, if you already know your minus 5 facts, 8 minus 5 might have been easier, especially if you recognize that 8 is made up of 5 and 3. So to take away 5 all at once, you're with 3. Let's try another one.
Okay.
I caught 9 bugs. If you still have your magic glasses on, great. If not, be sure to put them back on because they'll show you what kind of bugs I have.
Ooh, what kind of bugs do you see?
Ooh, I see 2 parts. I see 7 grasshoppers over here. That's 1 part. Give me a thumbs up if you see 7 grasshoppers. The other part of my bugs are ants. Can you see the 2 parts? The grasshoppers and the ants? Make a number bond to find out how many ants I have. Be sure to label each box, including the unknown.
Okay, so I'm going to pause and let's do our number bond. Go ahead and draw your number bond first if you haven't already. Now I'm going to put a T for total this time, total bugs. And then I'm going to put a G for grasshopper and an A for ants. Okay. Now, how many total bugs did she say we had? If you need to go back and count them, go back and count them to help you. Okay. I'm counting 9. Did you get 9? Awesome. So now we need to put 9 in our number bond. Is it our total or is it a part? It's a total. Now, she said 7 of them were grasshoppers. So I'm going to find where I labeled the G for grasshopper, and I'm going to put my 7. Okay. Now, do we know how many ants there are? Not yet. So we're going to put a question mark. That's our mystery number. Okay. So now we're ready to do the next step.
Now make a math drawing to show how you can find the mystery number. Be sure to line your pictures up in a straight row, just like our linking cubes.
Okay, so I'm going to pause here. Remember, you're drawing small circles straight across in a horizontal line. Okay, so 9 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 circles. How many of them were grasshoppers? 7. So I'm going to circle my 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many of them were not circled? We can look and we can see, oh, it might be 2. Let's go for our next step.
The very last thing to do is write a number sentence to solve.
Oh, let's go back. She's too fast for us. Okay, now let's write a number sentence. Now I'm going to let you choose. You can choose either an addition sentence or a subtraction sentence. That's up to you. I'm going to do both so we can see both of them, okay? So if I'm going to do a subtraction sentence, what number am I going to start with? I'm going to start with my total because it's my biggest number, okay? So 9 minus, I'm going to use the number I do know, which was the 7 grasshoppers. So 9 minus 7 equals, how many were not circled? How many were not grasshoppers? Let's count. 1, 2. There were 2. Now I'm going to circle that 2 because I know that's my mystery number. Okay, now if I want to do this as an addition sentence, what am I going to start with? I'm going to start with the part I do know. I know that there are 7 grasshoppers plus some more grasshoppers equal, or I'm sorry, more bugs equaled 9 total bugs. Okay, so this is the solution to our mystery number. We just have to figure out what it is. So I'm going to say 7, 8, 9. How many did I have? 2. Did we get 2 for our subtraction sentence also? Yeah, we did. So let's see if we might be right.
The very last thing to do is write a number sentence to solve. Be sure to circle the solution, which is the answer for the unknown number.
Does your...
Now let's look at how our friends Elijah and Maria solved the problem.
Does your work look similar to Elijah's?
Take a moment. What do you notice and what do you wonder?
I noticed that mine looks an awful lot like his, and he used subtraction just like we did with first.
Elijah correctly put the total of 9 in the number bond and the part we know, which is 7 grasshoppers. He labeled question mark the unknown number, which represents the number of ants. His simple math drawing shows 9 bugs all in a row, and he circled the part that we know, leaving 2 circles, which represent the number of ants. Now his number sentence is 9 minus 7, and Elijah did this. 9, take away 7. So we
Let's do that.
backwards.
9.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So how many we have left?
That was a lot of counting backwards.
Yeah.
But he did circle the solution, which was 2. Great job, Elijah. Take a moment to notice how Maria solved.
Maria solved it very similar to us, but instead she used addition.
Maria also correctly filled in the number bond with the total 9 bugs and the part we know, which is 7 grasshoppers. Her simple math drawing is fantastic. There are 9 circles there to represent the 9 bugs, and she circled the part we know, which is 7 grasshoppers. The remaining 2 circles represent the number of ants. This time, Maria decided to write an addition number sentence. It looks as though she had 7 plus something equals 9, and she counted on.
7, 8, 9. How many do we have?
Oh, that's really quick and efficient.
Yeah, that was.
So she wrote 2 for the unknown number, and she circled it because that's the solution or the answer to the unknown number. Way to go,
We're
Maria.
getting good at these.
Which do you think was a more efficient strategy to solve? Counting back like Elijah? Counting on like Maria?
I think in this case it would be counting on because we only had to count on 2 more. When we counted back, we had to count back 7.
If you didn't automatically know that 9 minus 7 equals 2, then counting backward takes a lot longer. So counting on from 7 is actually more efficient. Keep those magic glasses on for the next story I'm going to tell. My neighbor has 6 children. Two of the children play basketball. That's those 2 right there. The rest of them play soccer. Make a number bond to find out how many of her children play soccer. Be sure to label each part of your number bond, including the mystery box.
Okay, I'm going to pause so we can make our number bond. So let's make our number bond. This is the number of total children. These are the kids that play basketball. Here's the kids that play soccer. Okay, make sure you're labeling your number bond. Total children, who plays basketball, who plays soccer. So let's go back and look. How many children were there all together? Count if you need to. There are 6. How many played basketball? You remember how many she said? She said that 2 played basketball. So we're going to put that in the one marked B for basketball. Now we don't know how many played soccer yet, so I'm going to put a question mark. Okay. Now I bet the next thing she's going to tell you to do is to draw a number picture. So I want you to go ahead and start drawing while I push play. Okay. So how many do we need to draw out?
Make a drawing to show how you can solve for the mystery number. And remember to line up your pictures in a straight row, just like our linking cubes.
I have 6 total children. I'm going to draw 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you don't have yours looking like mine, then I want you to go ahead and fix it. Now, what do I need to do next to show how many kids played basketball and how many kids played soccer? I can either circle my 2, or I could color my 2 in. It doesn't matter. I'm going to circle. It's more efficient and it's faster. So if I have 2 that are circled, how many are not circled? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are not circled. We also have to make a number sentence.
Write the number sentence to solve. Be sure to circle the solution.
Okay, you choose. Do you want to do addition or do you want to do subtraction? Which one's going to be more efficient? Easier, quicker way to do it. Remember, I'm going to do both and I'm going to talk to you about how to do both. So if I have 2, I'm going to go ahead and subtract again. I'm going to say my total first. I have 6 kids playing basketball. I'm putting my minus sign. 2 of them play basketball. How many play soccer? Okay. Now, I don't know that yet, but if I take the 2 that are circled and I count the rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, I know that 4 kids played soccer. Now, if I do this as an addition sentence, I could also say 6 and take 2 away so I can count backwards. 6, 5, 4. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I'm doing an addition sentence, I'm going to start with the part I know. The part I know is 2. 2 kids play basketball plus some more that play soccer equals 6 kids total. How many played soccer? Well, let's count on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So which way is more efficient? Counting back from 6 down to 4, so 6, 5, 4, or counting on from 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think counting backwards this time was more efficient because it didn't take us as long. Let's see.
Let's check out Elijah and Maria's solutions. Take a minute to notice both strategies. Both Maria and Elijah decided that it was more efficient to count back from 6. Because watch, 6, 5, 4. That was very efficient counting back from 6. Did any of you write the addition sentence 2 plus something equals 6 and count on from 2? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's correct too. It would have been quicker counting back from 6. Counting on from 2 works absolutely. Give yourself a pat on the back. You are ready for the problem set. Your must-do problems are 2 and 3. Have a grown-up help you keep time for 10 minutes. And if there's time left over, try 1 and 4 as well. So I've got one final thought for you. We learned from this lesson that if you have a total and you're taking away a part and it's just a little bit, it's most efficient to just count backwards, like 6 minus 2. 6, 5, 4. It's quick, it's efficient. But if you have a total and you're taking away a part that's a bigger number, for example, 9, 7, it's most efficient to start with the part 7 and count on till 9, like this. 7, 8. And that's how we know that the missing part is 2. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay, guys, stop sharing. And move our camera down a little bit, back you up because you're a little close to me. Woo! All right, so let's get ready to look at our problem set. You can go ahead and erase your board. And let's look at what we have to do today for our problem set. Whoop, sorry. There we go. Let me fix my camera here. Wrong way. All right, and let's read the directions because as we know, good math detectives always read what we have to solve first, then we go back and look for clues. We're going to use simple math drawings to show how to solve with addition and subtraction. We have to label the number one. Now I understand that's going to be very kind of tricky with Cammie, but I want you to try your very best to label it, okay? Because it is important to label so we know which ones go where, okay? All right. Let's look at number 1. There are 5 apples. 4 are Sam's. The rest are Jim's. How many apples does Jim have? Now, if you'll notice, we have a number bond, we have an addition sentence, a subtraction sentence, and a statement. You must fill in all of it, okay? Make sure you fill in all of it so you can get credit for it. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna label my number bond. Let's go back and look. There are 5 apples. I have 5. 5 is in my whole, so that means that's my total number of apples. I'm going to label it A for apples. Okay. 4 are Sam's. I'm going to put an S right here for Sam. The rest are Jim's. I'm going to put a J right here for Jim. Now we can fill in. How many were Sam's? 4 of them. Do we know how many Jim has? Not yet. So we're going to put a question mark. Okay. Now I can go back and fill in my number sentences. So let's start with our addition sentence. When we start with our addition sentence, we start with the part we know. We know that Sam has 4 apples. Plus, however many Jim has, we don't know, equals 5. Now, how can I solve that? I could say 4 and then count on to 5. So let's do that. 4, 5. How many did we count on? Just 1. So let's put our 1 right here. Now, when you do subtraction, you have to start with your total. We had a total of 5 apples. Some of them belong to Jim or Sam. Those are the 4 apples she had. If I have 4 or 5, and I'm going to count backwards to 4. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many did I have left? 1. So let's go back and look. Jim has 1 apple. Now, if you didn't fill in that number volume, you need to make sure you go back and put a 1. Okay? Don't leave your question mark. So now this whole thing is completely done. You are ready to go to the next one. So today, your problem set is going to be numbers 2 and 3. Okay, you can do that, super easy, just 2 problems, but make sure you're filling in everything you need to fill in, okay? You also have to do your exit ticket, so make sure you're doing problems 2 and 3 on your problem set and all of your exit ticket, okay? Now we kind of debriefed today with Miss Curry, so we're just gonna do a quick little debrief. So when you are doing addition or subtraction sentences and you're trying to find that mystery number, like she said, which way is going to be the more efficient way? If it's a smaller number that we're taking away, then we can count on, like we did here, 4, 5. That was super fast. 4, 5. Quick. But if I did subtraction and the number's big, it's going to take me a little longer. So if I said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many did I have to count back? Counted back a lot. So look for the efficient way to help you and make it faster, okay? So problem set 2, 3, and all your exit ticket, and I'll see you guys on the next lesson. Bye, guys.